Hey everyone, it's Ashley here, and I am really excited to be channeling the fairies. I wanted to channel the fairies just briefly because I was asking some fairies that kind of popped in today about winter time, because I often don't really get a chance to get outside every single day in a meaningful way where I'm grounding all the time and I'm able to get near nature. And so I wanted some recommendations from them on how I can prepare for winter and having that grounding energy and having the fairies be with me to help me out during this winter time that's coming up, because it's getting cold here in Oregon, and so it's been on my mind. So I wanted to have them pop in and answer this question for us, and I would like to channel them and see if there's any other messages as well. So they're saying, hello dear ones, thank you for letting us speak to you at this time through this dear one. She and us fairies, and they're just kind of gesturing. There's a big group of fairies that I like to speak with. She and us fairies converse quite often, and we look forward to interacting with her energy. And we are always excited when she decides to move forward and channel us for you all, as we would love to work with each of you in kind, as we do with this one. As to her question, in winter, we are not prohibited from entering your home. If you choose to allow us in, we will be there. The seasons do not affect us as you humans are affected. We live in a different dimensional space, a different dimension, and we pop in and we say hello whenever we wish. If you allow us to move into your home or live with you or be around you whenever you need cheering up or grounding or connecting to the majesty of the natural magic that we can help provide, if you wish to connect to this, call us in. We would love to dance with you in your living room. We would love to help your houseplants. We would love to work with your animals, your loved ones. And they're showing me them petting kitties and playing with birds and playing with dogs. And it's really cute. It's so cute. And they're saying that they also would love to, you know, just bring in some cheer for anyone who needs it. Fairies are good about picking up our vibrational frequency and making us feel silly in the moment. And I love it when I can just let loose and they're there hanging out with me, and I just giggle and I laugh and have lots of jokes and have good conversations with my loved ones. And they're just really fun. They help elevate and help you kind of get out of maybe they're saying the drudgery of a lot of what we're experiencing at this time. So they wish to work with us. They want us to have more fun. They want us to ground more and connect more with ourselves. And they're going back to those dance parties. Whenever the fairies come in, they always recommend dance parties. And I'm asking the fairies now, why in particular dance? They're saying, A, it's fun. B, you feel your body moving in ways that it's it doesn't normally move if you don't dance very often. And C, you get to shake up your energy, and it makes you feel refreshed, and it helps release energy that's been held in certain locations in your body or in your energetic frequency. So jamming out, and they're showing, oh my gosh, this is so cute. They're showing like them dropping a needle on a record player, and having like the needle drop, and then they turn and they're all just starting to dance and cheer and have a good time, and it's like oldies music. And they're pointing to me. They want me to share an experience that I've had growing up. My sisters and I have younger sisters, and we would always put on oldies music, or maybe some country music that we love Shania Twain, and we would always put Shania Twain on, and we'd dance our hearts out, and we'd have a good time, and we'd just feel so good, and we'd have a lot of fun, and it was a bonding experience. But we needed those moments in our childhood, and we need them now as well. And they're highlighting that playing music that maybe you don't listen to all the time, like maybe oldies, 50s, 60s music, fun dance music, just something that's light, upbeat, and of a high frequency is going to be really important for when you do have dance-offs or dance parties, and it can be for one by yourself if you don't want to dance with other people. I'm a very shy dancer, so sometimes I'll dance on my own when I'm like cleaning the kitchen or doing house chores and stuff. And they're pointing again to houseplants and pets. They will work with your living friends that live in your home. They will set up shop in your backyard as well if you want them to live in your backyard. Ultimately, they don't want you to feel disconnected from yourself, from Gaia, from the magic and the beauty of connecting with Gaia and her energy and grounding. And they want us to put this on the forefront of our to-do list, to invite them in, as well as to entertain yourself with doing something fun. Either it's a dance party, or doing board games with your family, or a cool art project, or going on a nice walk or run. And in the wintertime, that might be harder for some people. There's some pretty extreme weather areas in the wintertime, so definitely assess what you're comfortable with. They're saying also try new things. They're showing snowshoeing. I used to snowshoe in high school, and I haven't snowshoed since high school, and I would love to do snowshoeing again. My husband snowboards in the winter season, so I think I'm gonna do some snowshoeing while he's off snowboarding this year, and that's something newer for me. I haven't done that in a long time, so I think that would be really fun. So they're showing like trying new things, just giving it a chance, whether that's snowshoeing or skiing or snowboarding or puddle jumping in those puddles if it's just rainy around your location. I live in Oregon, and I don't often see snow. It's mainly rainy here, and I appreciate that because I'm not very good in the snow for long periods of time. So yeah, they're just kind of joking around. They want me to just don't have any expectations, but remember to consistently call them in and have them help me. And they want you guys to call them in too. And there are fairies all over the world in your location. They're saying we are close to you no matter where you are. There are fairy beings, elemental beings, and I have oh, hey, he wants to step forward as well. A lot of you have heard, well, maybe not. I've done a channeling before with what I call the Earth Dog, and that's a being that I have worked with in the past, and he introduced himself. He just walked right up to me as I was walking down the street in downtown, in my downtown area, and he is literally like a dog made of earth. Like, he's covered in moss, and he smells like dirt, which I like that smell. It's very earthy and musty, and it's just really interesting, and it's fresh. And he portrays himself as very green with all the moss, but he has a lot of different color layers to him as well. And I just call him the Earth Dog. That's what he wants me to call him. He doesn't have any other name in particular that he's imparted to me. And he's saying, hello, you can also rely on or speak with the elemental beings if you so choose. There are many around you that work with he's showing with the trees that line the neighborhoods, trees that are in yards, trees that are in forests. There are beings that work with the trees. There are beings that work with the gardens, wild or otherwise. There are beings like me, an Earth Dog, who work with the earth and who help protect the area in which I live. Other elemental beings do this as well in their own area. Feel free to call them in and see how they feel. See what comes to you. And he's highlighting your imagination. Using your imagination is really important, and it helps you to freely let that energy step forward and describe themselves without you putting expectations on them. So whatever you see, whatever you feel is coming to you in the moment, just let that be that image. You don't need to mold it or change it. And so using your imagination, daydreaming, and just kind of letting whatever inspiration come in, because that's them and their energy sharing with you what they look like or how they are experiencing this reality at this time. And the Earth Dog's just sitting down now. He's looking at all the fairies. That's really cute. They're crawling on him, and he's saying, many of the fairies, elemental beings, there's many other types of elemental beings. They all work together. They're all excited to connect with us, to help us connect to Earth, to Gaia. They also work with the Earth, and they work with Gaia. They are not extensions of Gaia. They are separate energies, but they closely align their energy with Gaia. And they work the earth. They work to protect the animals and the plants and the earth itself, and work with humans. So if you want to get inspiration, if you want to connect with Fae beings, feel free to call them in. They're not going to prompt this, but I feel like I need to say this too. As you're practicing, if you're new to channeling or as you're opening up in your senses, if you call in fairies, make sure you set some ground rules. When I first started channeling, I was working with some fairies, and then I went to bed. And then they hung out in my bedroom all night with some sprites and some trolls, and they were having a good old time, laughing in my ears, playing with my hair, sitting on the side of my body, and just playing with me, trying to make me have fun and make me kind of rise in my frequency. But I was sleeping, and I was like, I need to sleep, guys. How about you guys be quiet? I need you guys to leave. So ask directly, set those boundaries when you do call them in, and ask Archangel Michael to help reinforce those boundaries for you, or as well your guardian angels and your angel team. So you have a lot of resources to help you establish those boundaries when you work with elemental Fae beings. They are very fun. They're very high vibrational and very entertaining, and I love connecting with them because they make me so happy. But I also like to sleep at night. And I also like to, you know, be able to kind of wind down in the evening time. So if you're having so much energy and it's ramping up and you're not able to sleep, or you're not able to relax in the way you need to in the moment, just ask them to step back and say that they can come later, or the next day, or when you request that they step forward again, and they will respect your boundaries. But you have to set them because they don't tire, they don't need sleep, they don't need to do any of the things that we need to do as humans. So just keep that in mind as you're working with them. And I'm asking them now, is there any final messages that they want to share with you all? They're saying in the next few weeks and months, so they're showing like towards the end of 2020, remember that you are in control of your frequency. There may feel like so many things up in the air, out of your control, out of your hands, but you always have control over your own energy. You always have control over choosing to have fun when you can, when there are moments where you can make that time. There are always, you're always in control to focus on high vibrational materials, to make decisions that are in line with your values, to eat foods, to partake in exercise or activities that help you with your energy. You have the control in your life, and they just want to help you have fun when you're exercising that control. And they're just kind of swirling around, laughing right now, laughing their heads off. And it's really cute. It's kind of making my ears want to pop. But they are having a good old time. And I hope you guys had a good time listening to them and connecting with them. And I thank you. This is a very short video. I just want to pop on and share that. I just felt really guided to have that question answered, because that kind of came up for me. So I definitely plan on inviting them in to help me liven up the space that I have, to help me have fun, cut a rug, have a cool dance party, and just see what else we can get into to keep my frequency up as we move into winter. We still have the rest of 2020 and going into 2021. So they're just saying bye, and thank you all so much for your time, and I'm sending lots of love to you, and I hope you're doing good wherever you're at in the world. Love and light. Bye.